Good morning. How is everybody? I guess let's get started. This is our VFX Pro CC cream. We have two kinds. We have the green kind and we have a purple kind. But what this does, it's a color correcting primer. You know, the green one is the one I use most of the time. I get a lot of redness. This balances out redness. And then this is kind of a brightening. The purple is a little bit of a brightening, right? Color correcting primer. For today, I'm going to do face perfecting powder over the CC cream just because I like the way that looks. I like it better than foundation. I'm going to take our eyeshadow primer. You guys, if you have not tried our eyeshadow primer, it comes in a little pot. If you have problems with oily skin, if you have problems with oily eyelids even, if your eyeshadow breaks down, if you have problems with your eyeliner, if you wear eyeliner, kind of like getting up on the top part of your eye by the end of the day, you need this eyeshadow primer. I use a brush to apply this. You can use your fingers. That is totally fine. I have hyperhidrosis and my hands sweat a lot. So it's easier for me just to apply it with a brush. All right, so I've got my primer on. I got my eyeshadow primer on. We're gonna move on now. This stuff is from Paula's Choice. And Paula's Choice obviously is not pharmacy, but it is called Shine Stopper Instant Matte Finish. This stuff, if you have oily skin, I can't recommend it enough. It runs about $20. You can get it on Amazon or at paulaschoice.com. But I just put it on my fingertips and blot it in all around my face. So that you don't have oil breakthrough quite as quickly as you would if you didn't use it. But I'm going to take Time Locker now, our Time Locker setting spray, and I'm literally going to put it just over the base of things that I've already done here, all right? That's it. And then I'm going to let that dry. Our powder, we have a couple different kinds of powder. Our face perfecting powder, which is the one that I use regularly, I'm going to use it as foundation here. I love it. It's a matte finish. All right, so I'm gonna, I just swirled this around in the powder. I did the dark first. I'm going to do the medium next. I'm kind of in between colors. I'm just trying to get a good shade for me, a good balance. The dark is still a little bit just too dark to use by itself, so you can mix and match powder. If I was not using this as a foundation, I would just use a regular powder brush. But because I'm using it as a foundation, I want to make sure that I get really good coverage. So I'm using the Kabuki brush. I'm going to use the Terracotta bronzing powder. These are limited edition bronzing powders that we have out right now. I'm going to use this in the dark. I actually just got the dark shade yesterday. Haven't used it yet. All right, I'm going to take a fluffy brush here. And I'm basically, what I'm gonna focus on, I wanna put my contour underneath my cheekbones. That's gonna make my cheekbones pop, right? It's gonna give the illusion of a higher cheekbone. So that was the contour. Let's move to the highlight. This is our Terracotta blush powder in 16. This is what it looks like. It's really pretty. It's still a bronzy shade, but it's lighter. I'm going to use this as my highlight. Now, I have super oily skin, and this has a little bit of a shimmer to it. So I don't really try to go crazy with shimmery highlighter. I just want to apply it really for me. I just try to apply it above my cheekbone to catch the light. And take this fluffy brush, and I'm just going to do it right along the top of my cheekbone here. Not going to go crazy with it. But what I'm going to do for the blush, because I am going for this bronzy, summery look, I'm going to use our bronzing powder in light, okay? So this is what it looks like. So if you're looking for a comparison between the dark and the light, this was the dark, this is the light. So you can see it's a little bit different. So I'm just going to apply this I'm not even gonna like start right on the apples of my cheek. I'm gonna start a little bit just kind of behind the apples of my cheek. So that's done. And I'm gonna tell you about my favorite eyeshadow in the entire world. It is our liquid eyeshadows. You guys, this stuff is amazing. So I'm going to start with the Pop of Light shade, but then I'm also going to use our Glam Up palette. The liquid eyeshadow, it blends so well with the our powder shadows, so well. All right, I'm going to start. I'm just going to put this Pop of Light liquid eyeshadow all over my lid here, up to just above really my crease, to that bottom of that brow bone. And then I use our concealer brush, actually is what I use, and I blend it in. You can blend it in though with your fingers. It really blends beautifully with fingers. I don't love concealer under my eyes. I've got a lot of, like, you know, smile lines, old lady lines. I take a eyeshadow that's bone color or white even sometimes. Today I'm going to use the Magnolia shade out of our Glam Up palette. But I'm actually going to take this right underneath my brow bone to kind of like highlight that area. I'm going to put it in the corner of my eye here. So I'm not using shimmer, but I am using a matte light color to kind of brighten that up. And then I'm putting it underneath my eye. And I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. If you hate concealer though, try this. Try this trick. For me, I love it because it just brightens up my whole eye. I'm going to take this. Can you see it? Hopefully. It's just, it's a fluffy brush. It's just not as fluffy or dense as what I was just using with the concealer brush. But I'm going to go in and I'm going to use the Buff color right here. And I'm going to take it above my crease. Why do I do that? I have hooded eyelids. And, you know, mine aren't as severe as what some hooded eyelids are like. But if I were to just like put stuff in my crease and lower, if I didn't take anything above my crease, you really would never see the color of my eyeshadow because my lids are covered with skin, all right? So like you would never see any color. You would just see like only color when I blink. And because I wear glasses, like pretty much would never see it. So I take it above my crease, right up on the base of my brow bone. I don't go all the way to my eyebrow, but I go up pretty high. Can you guys see that? All right, and then I'm just going to kind of sweep it out, blend it. Now I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush. This guy here is kind of a flat eyeshadow brush, okay? And I'm going to use our taupe color. So this one right down here in the Glam Up palette, the very bottom. And I'm going to put that along like my crease, right in my crease. And I'm going to pull it back in. So really like just the outer corner of my eye. Start in my crease. And I do blend it. So even though I'm going to pull it back here, you'll see what I'm doing here. I'm going to pull it back in like this. But I'm going to blend it out so that it is pretty much, you know, on the lower outer half of my eye. I've stopped wearing eyeliner because, you guys, the older you get, especially if you're wearing black eyeliner, the harsher it looks. Now, I'm going to use eyeshadow to help outline my lash line. I'm going to take this flat brush here, skinny flat brush, and I'm going to take the Ashes color, okay, so we just used taupe, and I'm going to go to Ashes, and that's what I'm going to put right along and I mean right along my lash line. I'm not going to try and like pull it up onto my lid. I'm just dabbing it lightly. I'm going to tap it off, okay? And then I'm going to put it right into my lash line. And I'm actually like pressing it in. I'm not even sweeping it. I'm just pressing it in to that lash line. I'm going to go back to that taupe color that I used just on the outside of my eyes here. I'm going to actually sweep that right underneath on my bottom lash line too, and I'm going to smudge that out. We're going to do brows. I'm going to use today our brow powder in light brown. That's what it looks like. I'm going to take our eyebrow brush, so it's flat on one end, angled. It's got a spoolie on the other end. First thing I'm going to do is just brush through my eyebrows. Brush them up and outward. I'm going to take my brush, I'm going to put it into the brow powder. Now, I'm going to start on the bottom side of my brow. I'm going to start on the outer half. This is just preference for me, okay? But I'm going to start on the outer half here. And I'm basically just going to outline my brow shape. All right, so I've got my brow outlined. Now I'm going to start working on filling it in. So I'm going to fill in actually the outer part first. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to kind of feather out the front part, okay? Just really lightly apply it, feather that out. And then as I get in more, I'll focus on filling that in a little bit more. But we want it to be kind of lighter on the outside and then darker as it goes in. All right, now we're going to talk mascara. Now, I also use a couple different kinds of mascara. I'm going to start with the Star Look mascara. I always use Star Look on my top lashes and really to kind of finish off my whole look for like a final coat, but I use multiple coats too, FYI. So I love Star Look. It's a very bold look. I love the comb on it. It's a pine-shaped comb. It's fiber comb. And there's no fibers in the mascara, okay? But it's a fiber comb. I love that the skinny end allows you to get in and get like lashes that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get if it was a thicker wand all the way through. All right, and if you're going to use multiple coats, you need a spoolie, or even an old toothbrush works. I'm going to use a spoolie. You can get a crap ton of these little spoolies off of Amazon. If you're a mascara freak like me, they are your best friend because you want to comb out your lashes in between the multiple coats, all right? If I was just going to do one coat, which is rare, but sometimes if I just do one coat, I'm trying for a really quick, simple look, I will only apply it on my top lash line. And I might do two coats, sometimes just one though, if I'm really in a hurry. And you'll see as I start getting towards the inner lashes here, I kind of start to turn my wand so I can get the skinny part of the wand down in and get those little tiny eyelashes that are up in the corner of my eye. Now I'm going to move on to my bottom lashes. I'm not quite done yet. I'm a mascara freak, all right? But I'm using our Limitless mascara on my bottom lashes. Limitless, it is a little bit, it doesn't pull out as much formula, I think, is what the Star Look does. And it gives me more of a wispy type of lash look, which is what I like on my bottom lashes. This is what the brush looks like on the Limitless. It's kind of like skinnier in the middle and wider on the ends. I'm going to use a third kind of mascara. You're probably like, what is happening? This is because I stopped using eyeliner. This is It Mascara Tight Line. Now let me tell you, if Pharmacy ever comes out with a skinny wand mascara, I will switch in a heartbeat. But this is Tight Line. It is a mascara that is made to mimic the effect of tight lining your lashes. What it does, it lays pigment down at the very root of your lash. So rather than tight line with eyeliner, I personally like to use this. For me, it's easier. But I'm just going to I'm not even going to brush the wand all the way through my eyelashes, okay? I'm just laying down pigment at the base of my lashes here. That is it. I just want to have a thicker lash line. And this gets the root, like all the way down to the root, because it's so skinny. And then I'm going to do on the bottom, same thing on the bottom. I'm just going to lay it right along my lash line. It gives me a little more definition around my eyes, but it's very subtle. I'm going to go back to my star look, do another coat on the top. So I'm going to pull you guys up real close to my face here. Okay, you see my lashes? Anyway, if you can see that, I mean, I use the It along the lash line, okay, underneath. Use the star look at the top, and then the Limitless at the bottom. So that is what it looks like when it's all said and done. Okay, if you were looking at the eyeshadow, that's what the finished look looks like, okay? So that is done. We're pretty much done here, but I do want to show you what I would do for lips for a super summer, like, easy breezy look. My favorite lip product in the whole world is our nude lip glosses. These things are amazing. I'm a lip gloss girl. I don't really love lipstick, but I love lip gloss. And these glosses are not sticky. They are, they give good color payoff. Yeah, it's a gloss, so you're going to have to reapply it throughout the day. But they're my favorite. Now, if I wasn't going to do anything, you know, super special, really fast face, I would just use the lip gloss, call it good. But I want to show you something. This is really fun. So this shade of the nude lip gloss is called Nude Flirt. It's more of a brown tone. And lately, I'm just obsessed with brown tones. So I'm going to take our brown lip liner, 227 is the color. I'm going to line my lips before I apply my lip gloss. All right, so I've got my lip liner on. Now I'm going to put on my gloss. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it. Thank you for joining me today and watching. I will take a picture of my finished look after I get my hair done and everything so you can see, and I'll put it side by side with like a screenshot of before so you guys can see before and after. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be doing some more tutorials. These will be shorter ones coming up. So I'm going to do one on, brows. I know people have been asking for like a short tutorial on brows. I'm going to do one on contour. I'm going to do one on mascara. So thank you for hanging with me. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for joining. Bye.